Sens Summer Series.
Tyler Kleven, nice to see you, sir.
Tyler Kleven. What do we call you? Wally and I were just discussing, what is your official nickname? Like, what do we address you by? Clev Dog? Clev Bomb? Like, what are you going with?
Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties here. Okay, sorry, there we go. Hopefully the Wi-Fi.
It's all good.
Can I get that question one more?
What are the boys in the locker room? What is your handle? What do you go by? Is it just Clev? Like, what's the nickname?
Just Clev. Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah, just
no.
Clev. I see some nicknames on the internet sometimes, but yeah, I'm a pretty simple guy. Everyone calls me Clev, so
nothing from junior that maybe used to be called, that maybe kind of got forgotten. Always Clev.
Yeah, I mean, just the guys around the locker room, they don't walk up to me and say anything crazy. So I know, like, on the internet, we'll say certain things, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I usually just go by Clev, so that's usually, yeah.
All right, we'll call you Clev.
Don't believe anything you read on the internet.
No.
But congrats, by the way, on a new deal. I guess that's got. Just tell me how it feels to get that done.
Yeah, it feels great, especially this early into the summer, and just gives me the ability to know where I'm going to be at for the next 2 years, and I can focus on just training and life now rather than trying to stress about like where my job's going to be. And super thankful that Ottawa believes in me and gave me 2 years to help contribute to the team. And I can't wait to be back at the CTC.
Yeah. Hey, Tyler, you pay attention to what people are talking. You talk about the internet, but I really thought you played your best hockey of the season in the playoffs. You looked so confident. You look like a guy that just took another step come playoff time. What do you attribute to? Because there's way more pressure. It's a tougher game. There's less space, but you seem to just rise to the occasion. Any reason or anything you can point to that of how things just evolved for you that way?
I don't know. I just thought that in the playoffs I could just play more of my style. It's hard to play, super physical and be, just the style that I play for 82 games. It's just like you can't really do that. But in the playoffs, when every single game, is life or death, I thought that I could be more physical, and the game is much simpler in the playoffs as well. Like, guys are just trying to chip pucks in and go on the forecheck. And I play a very simple game, I feel like, and maybe the playoffs are more they kind of go with my style that I like to play a little bit more. And I think that it was a really good learning year for us in the playoffs. Game one, I think the entire room was really nervous, and but by game 2, 3, I thought that we kind of settled in. We started to play our game, and it was a great experience.
I don't know if you want to talk about it, but how long did it take for this contract to get done? Like, was it pretty quick, or has it been discussed before even the season ended?
No, it was honestly very quick. I had discussions with my agency, like right after the season ended, and I didn't really hear back from much, and until late last week, we kind of started discussions, and I think we had a discussion maybe Thursday, and by Saturday we knew what we were doing. So, I can't wait, and I'm thankful to get it done early.
How did you celebrate, or did you go out to dinner? Did you do anything?
Well, I was out at the lake pretty much when I signed, so I have all my friends out there, and my family was around me as well. And well, I made some phone calls, thanking some people, and just being thankful that they were along with me along the journey, and to help me get to this point. I was very thankful for that, and that was really cool. And we had some dinner, and I mean, that's pretty much my whole celebration there. And yeah.
Did you have specialized bottled water?
What?
These guys now
Specialized
drink.
bottled water.
Yeah.
What?
There's that bottle of water that you guys now drink in the room, right? It's got I'll say it's got the brown label.
Brown label. Sounds like a beer.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's a Toronto company. We don't even have bottled water like that in North Dakota here. So, yeah, I mean, we're pretty simple. We're not like, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna change up my lifestyle too much. And yeah, I mean, stick what I'm used to.
Fair enough. So, you just brought up about the 82 games in the grind, and normally, and guys in their first couple of years will see like a lull, right? I'll say January, like mid part of the season, because it gets to be long and you're not used to it. Did you notice any part of that, or were you able to ride that wave pretty good? I looked at your ice times, and they didn't really dip. Your play didn't seem to dip a lot.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely stretches throughout the season that are a little bit grindier, and thought that I learned that, as the season went on. You're playing 3 or 4 times a week, and you're traveling, and you get home at 2 a.m. and you gotta go to bed, and you don't really sleep very good after a game all the time. And you gotta learn how to, strategize your sleep and your nutrition, and your family time, and when you want to make a phone call back home, just stuff like that, little stuff like that. And but like, I think our stretch right before Christmas was a bit of a grind. We were out in Seattle and Calgary and Vancouver, and we just played a bunch of games at home and just be on the road a lot. That was a bit of a grind, and maybe a couple other stretches throughout the season when we had a pretty heavy schedule. But I mean, I enjoyed it, and I mean, you're not always going to be playing 100% when you're playing 82 games in a year. So you got to find ways to make yourself useful. And yeah, I thought that it was a learning experience on that part for sure this year.
Tyler, do you have the same roommate all the time, or do you guys rotate on the road?
Ridley Gregg was my roommate on the road for the majority of the year. I had Zach Ostapchuk too a little bit, but those two are my main roommates.
Is Greg as quiet off the ice as he is on the ice? Because it's the running joke on the ice. Every guy we have on says he pisses everybody off on the ice, but doesn't speak, which I find hilarious because most guys that play his style are chirpers, right? But off the ice, you guys get into it. Like, is he a guy that likes to chat, or is he just as quiet?
Yeah, I mean, we went to plenty of dinners this year. Like, I don't know. I just look at him like he's a normal guy. Like, we snap it around off the ice all the time, just chatting, and he's a great guy. And but on the ice, I mean, I love the way that he plays too. Like, he's not afraid to rough it up, and he's not like, he might not be the most verbal, but like, guys know that he's on the ice, and you got to keep your head up when he's out there. And I mean, that makes him so valuable. And everyone wants a guy that can play physical and put the puck in the net, and we can throw him on power play, and he's a very good penalty killer. So I mean, he's I'm glad that he's with us for the next 4 years. And I mean, he's so valuable.
Tyler, we had Mark Mathod on with us yesterday, and Math played a similar game to you, big guy, physical, and he made the comment yesterday. Well, I don't know if you remember, he thought that you and Matt and Paolo were the steadiest defense pair during the playoffs, and you guys just seem to grow some chemistry as the year went on, right? Like two big guys. Like how you guys just seem to know where each other are. And I don't know. To me, I agree with Meth. You guys both looked very comfortable in the playoffs.
Oh, thank you. Well, I don't know. I just, like I said earlier, I think that the playoffs, it kind of just, everything gets simplified a little bit more. Like guys are, giving that extra effort to get in their spot. It's like I go back for the puck, guys are working back that much harder for me to break out pucks. And,
Yeah, makes a difference.
you dump pucks, go forecheck, and it's not so much of a skill game in the playoffs. Like it's get pucks to the net, and guys are crashing the net. And I mean, that's kind of our game though. Like we don't really go out there, you don't see us skating from goal line to goal line every game. So I think that just playing a simple game. We've played together in Belleville last year in the playoffs and throughout the regular season, and then I got some games up here with him this year, and I like the way that he plays. He plays similar to me in a way, and I think that we both have the same mindset going into games, and we always talk. And I mean, he's a great guy off the ice as well, and I mean, I'm happy for him to sign his contract that he did.
Tyler, I don't know if you guys talked about this in the first couple games against the Leafs. You guys, especially on defense, it seemed Toronto was doing a great job of blocking shots. Like you guys were having a tough time getting shots through. But as the series went on, and you in particular, it seemed you guys were getting it back right away and just one-timing pucks and not giving them a chance to get into the shooting lanes. I'm just curious, did you guys make some adjustments as that series went along? Because it seemed they were just clogging, and once they got in the lanes, it was tough. But you in particular, like you got a couple of shots through that turned into goals. Like, was that something conscious you guys were taking note of as that series went on?
Yeah, I mean, well, we played those guys, a couple times during the regular season, and you never really know what to expect when you get into playoffs. But as soon as the playoffs started, we definitely had to make some adjustments. And like we've never really, none of us have really been in the playoffs, and we didn't know like what to expect. But they were selling out every single shift, and I mean, we didn't want to kill plays by getting shots blocked and causing turnovers and stuff like that. So I mean, as long as we can get the puck to the net and try to create a rebound for one of our forwards to knock in, I guess we try to do that more. But
the reverse hit, have you been sent that a million times on your phone?
People talk about that one a little bit back home. Yeah.
Who was that? Who'd you get there? Who was it again?
That was Steven Lorenz behind the net.
That was nasty.
I don't know. I just saw him coming. Like I just knew like either I was gonna get hit or I was gonna have to brace myself. And he's a big boy. He likes to throw around the body himself. And I don't know. I just saw him out of the corner of my eye coming behind the net, and I just knew like I just had to brace for myself. And sometimes when you can make the initial contact, it can go in your favor. So guys reverse hit all the time, and it's a skill that you gotta do over time. Like it's hard to do. It doesn't always work out, but I mean that was a good physical play.
Lev, you're a young guy, so I don't know. This guy's way before your time. I'm just wondering, has Bomber ever had you watch any video on Rob Blake? Do you remember a guy named Rob Blake? He played for the LA Kings. You got to watch some of his old school videos of the reverse hits. He used to lead with his ass and just blow guys up. I don't know. Have you ever seen any of his videos? Oh, we lose him?
I'm not sure. The North Dakota Wi-Fi isn't that strong.
I think it's like the old makes that little scratchy voice when you log in. It's like the old school
the dial-up.
The dial-up. But it's true. Like if anybody listening right now or watching, go watch some of Rob Blake's. YouTube hits, like he used to just annihilate guys. He'd come across, well, I remember with his big ass and just nail guys. Just kind of remind me of that reverse hit that Kleven did in the playoffs. I'm a big believer in guys watching video on other guys, and you just learn so much.
He'll be back.
It's the dial up. He's dialing up again.
Well, so I feel bad. I think that's why I wanted to check with him. You jumped right in on the nickname. I wasn't prepared for that. In the nerd report, I had questions laid out, and he's getting back. I think he started skating today.
That's great. Yeah, that's good. It's so good, Wally, just to get that contract out of the way. He's got a nice 2-year deal. He's happy. It just gives you stability as a young player. Your confidence is going to go up. The playoff he just had is huge. He's going to come back this year and be more confident, better shape. I think he's going to have an awesome year. Health's always a big thing if he stays healthy, but I
want to ask him the motivation part, right, of signing that deal. So he goes from just being on the team or trying to make it, because his first 2 years he played 15 games, 17 games, and then right, like you don't even know going into the last year if you're going to be on the team. So
no, it's nerve wracking. Like I remember as a young guy, I'd be coming to the rink to see if my name tag was still up. Like you're nervous and you're always kind of unsettled. And then I remember when I got my first contract, kind of like Tyler, you're like, but you don't step off the gas. It actually makes you work harder because you want to keep proving yourself and get better. And this, like I said, that playoff's going to be huge for him because I thought he was great. I thought he was really good. And we watched him, Wally. We kept commenting on him.
Well, yeah, and I know he can probably. I'm going to let him get settled here, but he just looked really, really comfortable
with the puck. Yeah,
like the 5-year veteran type, and that's what confidence is amazing.
Confidence is 75-80% of the game. Everyone's got skill. Everyone can skate. It's between your ears.
All right, let's bring him back on, which I now think he's home.
There we go.
What kind of internet are you working there? You got the old dial-up speed going?
Yeah, I was chilling in my car because it's so nice outside right now, and my phone overheated somehow, so I ran inside, and my apologies on that one. I've never seen that happen. So
we appreciate interrupting the middle of your summer, and so I know you've started training again. I want to get to that, and we were just talking about, and I wanted to ask you, signing that deal, does it give you a world of confidence coming into camp where before you didn't even know if you were going to be on the team to start this season? I'm just curious, the mindset change of the way you're going to approach the summer because of your deal.
Yeah, I mean, I think that everything is earned and it's not given. So, like, I mean, it's nice that I have a 2-year contract, but, I still think that I need to have a really big summer, and I need to focus on, a lot of things, and I need to come into camp the way that I left the season. I thought that I was in a good spot when I was in the playoffs there, and I felt comfortable going back for pucks, and I'd like to start the season like that next year. And I mean, I can't sit at home now and do nothing. Like I gotta, keep getting better every single day. And I mean, I think that, I can, focus a little bit more on like nutrition, like that kind of stuff this summer. And, it's nice to just know where I'm going to be for the next 2 years. And, but no, I think that I got a long ways to go, and I don't think that I'm close to where I want to be at the end of my career. So
Tyler, do you eat anything weird now, like with your nutrition? Do you have like beef liver hearts? Do you kill small animals and eat them raw? Like, do you anything?
No, I don't have any like Jacob Chikrin or Jake's stories, but no, I'm a pretty normal guy. Just same things, just meat, vegetables, a little bit of fruit, and I mean that's pretty much my stuff. I don't really go off the board like that. So
guys, the Liver King's a fraud. I watched his do you ever watch the Liver King, Clev? The guy that was on that liver only diet and he was super jacked. They got a Netflix thing on it. It was all a fraud. He was on the juice.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably tell that. I don't think that anyone can really get to be that jacked without taking some extra supplements. So, yeah, I've never really tried liver, but I don't really plan on it either. So,
No, I don't blame
Who's do you have your own guy that you work with in the summer, or do you work with Jeremy, and or they put together a plan for you?
I've been working with Jeremy quite a bit as of late, but I have a program back home that I'm gonna do with. I train with Will Borgen and Cody Askinen. Cody played college hockey and was playing pro over Germany, and then Will's was he was with Seattle and now he's with the Rangers. So, I think that just watching Will Borgen, I like the way that he plays, and I think that I can some of his game resembles mine, and I think that they're a great duo to train with, and I mean we just started this week, so yeah.
Have you started skating again?
Yeah, I started skating like probably 2 weeks ago. Nothing that crazy, but just I liked where I was at the end of the year, and it takes some time to get your edges to be in a certain spot that you like, and how the puck feels on your stick. So I didn't really want to lose that too much, but I mean we've just been skating 2 times a week.
It's changed so much, eh? Like, Clev, I used to not skate until like end of August. I would feel awful. I'm like, no wonder. Like, you guys are all like, is there any pro now not doing edge work, not doing all this stuff? Because if you don't, you kind of fall behind, right?
Yeah, I mean, I heard some of the older guys might not skate as much, but I think that the new hockey culture is like just skating almost year round. Like, I mean, I grew up playing in North Dakota here, and we'd play all winter long, and then we'd have like a 1 or 2 month break, and then summer hockey would get going, and you'd play hockey every single weekend in Minneapolis, and I mean, I think that I'm kind of used to just skating year round, and it definitely feels weird when I take a lot of time off. So,
hey, why? You've probably been asked this question, but I've never heard you answer. Like, I haven't heard the answer. Why does University of North Dakota develop so many players? Like, what's going on there?
well, I mean, you can't really go wrong with the Ralph Engelstad Arena. I think that I think it's the best arena in college hockey for sure, and I think that it competes with some NHL rinks even. I think that it's an unbelievable spot for development. The coaching staff there, and the culture, and I think that when I was there, we were number one in the nation at times, and people want to go where winning is a priority, and I think that you want to go there and you want to win a national championship, and I think that's the best spot to play college hockey at. So,
don't you have like a Himalayan salt bath or something? Like, there's some wild like a hyperbaric. I don't know. Tell me the nonsense that you guys have there.
We got like a cryo chamber, which is like it gets
Come on.
cold.
You guys got a cryo chamber there?
Listen, Yorkie, this is much better than Ottawa's room. I'm telling you right now. It is amazing. Sorry, go ahead, Tyler. Oh, yeah.
We had a red light therapy bed. I mean, Spit and Chicklets just went there middle of the season and did like a 25-minute video on the weight room and the rink and the locker room and the recovery room, and there's so much going on there. And Grand Forks is kind of a smaller city. I think that there's like 50,000 people there, and there's really not much other to do there than play hockey. So the whole city loves hockey, and I mean, you go there and you're pretty focused on hockey. So
it's basically just a factory that develops and creates hockey players down an assembly line. You got the best of the best of the best. That's unbelievable. Red light therapy. That's crazy.
Yorkie's going to become an assistant coach there.
Oh, I need some red light. Does red light therapy even work, Clev?
I didn't really believe in it, but now I'm kind of starting to buy into it a little bit more. And I don't know, anything that you can get like that 1% edge, like people are doing. And I mean, that's going to help you out in the long run, you might as well do it. So
A couple of quick questions. I don't want to keep you. There's a lot of chatter of maybe moving you to the right side. I know you're not Travis Green. I'm not trying to get you to comment. Are you comfortable playing the right side? Because I know you did some in North Dakota.
I think that there's benefits to playing on either side. I think that like it just takes time to understand how everything's works over on that side. But I mean, I play pretty freely, and if I end up on the right side, it really doesn't affect me. And when I'm on the right side, I get to grip some more one-timers, and I think that it might be easier picking pucks off the walls sometimes, and you got to use your backhand a little bit more, but I don't think that's too big of a problem. But I don't know, I wouldn't really mind getting thrown out there on the right side. It wouldn't really affect me, I don't think.
I always found the biggest adjustment, because I'm a righty, if I went to the left side, when guys are coming down on me, it's where you stand to have the guy, so you have the inside of the ice. Besides that, that was the only adjustment I had. Is that ever an issue with you defending guys of where you're positioned on the ice, because your stick's in a different place, right, on the other side of the ice?
Yeah, I mean, you could probably argue that, like, when you're coming down, if I'm on the right side, I'm a lefty, I can use my reach goes that much farther when I
That's right. Yeah.
versus I have to go cross body on the other side. I mean, you could argue that, but I don't know. We work on our gaps to be really tight all the time, and I get thrown over on the right side, and I've done it my whole life, and yeah, I don't think that it'd be that crazy of an adjustment. So
Wally is petition. Starting the petition right now. Kleven on the right side.
I am not. There's a lot of people in the chat asking the question. There's also they're asking a couple of things. One about the playoff atmosphere and what it was like for you to experience Ottawa as fans in the playoffs.
Oh, that was absolutely unbelievable. That was one of the coolest atmospheres, if not the coolest I've ever been a part of. And I think I've played in a lot of hockey games over the course of my career, and that was like right up there, if not the coolest experience I've ever had. The fans are absolutely unbelievable, and they're so rowdy, and they're with us every step of the way. And even when we lost, cheering us on, and I mean, it was really cool to have them supporting us, and yeah, we just want to keep bringing that playoff hockey into June. So
you picked up an assist in your first NHL game. I believe you assisted on a goal from Claude Giroux. It took you 39 games to score. Were you ever pressing just to get one in?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I think so. I mean, I thought in college, like I was, I could score goals, but I don't know. It just, I hit the post several times, and the crossbar, or just like the puck goes across the crease, and just stuff like that was happening. But once the first one went in, I was, super happy, and kind of a relief off my shoulders. But yeah, I'd like to see a couple more, hopefully, going next year.
Is Linus Ullmark at all intimidating on the ice because he is very verbal?
He's an absolute giant in the net. Like, I've shot pucks on a lot of goalies, and just the way that he practices, and the angles that he gives you, like when you're shooting on him, like there's not much there, and you have to have a really good shot for it to go in. So yeah, I mean, it's very nice to have a guy like that behind you, and I have all the faith in the world in that guy, and yeah, I mean, he's been absolutely awesome for us this year.
Is he ever intimidating though? Perhaps if you screen him or something, have you felt the wrath?
Like, is he intimidating? Like, am I intimidated by him?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm intimidated by him, but he's definitely a big guy, and maybe if you didn't know him, and you'd be a little bit more intimidated just by the size of him. But I know him too well off the ice now, where Yeah, I don't think that he really intimidates me, but
he intimidates Wally in the scrums because you're always nervous to ask him a question.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm also not 6'5" like Tyler. I know you may not want to discuss this. It's in the chat, so you can pass on it. And I apologize because we may have been the ones that started it, the tree branch story.
yeah, that's just a stupid story, and a tree branch fell on my head, and that was pretty much it. Like we were at a team get together in Dallas, and it like literally just came out. Like we were on a picnic table, and it just came crashing down, and like I couldn't believe it happened, and I was kind of in shock because I couldn't believe that happened. So that's kind of all that was. But
Yeah, I'm not laughing at you because you did tell me it was actually painful. Like it caught you pretty good. So I apologize if I ever made fun of it.
But Wally, didn't the tree branch? Didn't somebody keep it and they were going to hand it out for like player of the game or something? Like, wasn't that the story?
Yeah.
I mean, we probably had a couple too many drinks that night. Some of the guys in that, but that was a team bonding moment, and I mean they're just saying that to be funny, but I don't think that was really that serious, but
fair enough. The rookie dinner. I don't know when you had yours. I don't know if it was in the first 2 years. Were you at all concerned of how it may play out financially for you?
I mean,
did you have backup?
I had. Well, it was in that Dallas. That was where it was. So it was that night, and I mean, I had probably 6 guys there that were all helping for the bill, and I mean, it was definitely. I mean, it wasn't cheap, but I don't think that we'll lose sleep over it. So
fair enough. I don't want to keep you. Is there things that you like to do in Ottawa? Like, what does Tyler Kleven like to do in his downtime?
Well, we don't really have a ton of downtime when we're in Ottawa, but I like exploring the city a little bit. Like, there's some nice restaurants that I like to take my girlfriend or my friends or my family out to, and I like that there's a lot of like nature paths out there too. Like you go for a walk or something like that, and you get to just see nature. And it's not like you're in a major city. Maybe golfing too. I love to check out all the courses, and yeah, I mean, there's so many nice courses there, and my handicap gets a little bit higher when I play there because they're a little bit tougher than the courses back here in Fargo. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a great city, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yorkie will take you golfing at the Royal Ottawa if you haven't gone yet.
Absolutely, anytime. Open invitation. Wally's not coming. He's terrible, Tyler. You know what you got to check out if you're a guy that likes hiking and biking? Have you been up to Pink Lake in the Gatineau Hills?
I've not. I've only been to the Nordique area in Gatineau and like the Kona Spa or whatever. I've been.
Yeah, it's nice, eh? But just if you go across that same bridge, you go up to the Gatineau Park and Pink Lake. Take your bike up there. Just a great view up there. Put that on your list when you get back. It's a must do. Pink Lake.
Cool.
Finally, are you a expert angler? What is the fish of choice that you go fishing? And are you one to maybe head to Florida or whatever and go like big game fishing?
No, I'd love to do that. We were thinking about doing that this year, but just back home here, we go up to Lake of the Woods. It's between Fargo and Winnipeg, and we go walleye fishing and catch northerns, and there's some bass up there too, but mainly walleye. I go out there with my buddies, and my dad, we grew up going out there on the fishing boat and having a good time out there. So lots of memories doing that. And yeah, I liked fishing for walleye.
Ottawa has some of the best muskie fishing in the world, by the way. If you haven't done it, I do know a fishing guide, Brad Snopley, who's a former CFL All-Star, can take you out anytime.
Awesome.
All right, I don't want I want you to have a good summer. We appreciate you taking the time out of your day. So thanks, Tyler, and congrats on the new deal.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you guys for having me on. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll see you in the fall, my friend. Take care.
Yeah, take care, Tyler.